Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 213. The album that we'll be reviewing today is AZ's second album, Pieces of a Man, released in 1998. You guys by now should know who he is. I did a review on Do or Die a couple days ago. You guys should know him. He did the legendary verse on Nas's Life's a Bitch album, Life's a Bitch song off the classic Illmatic. And, like I said before, did a review on his debut album. And then in '96, he also appeared on Affirmative Action of the It Was Written album, which is another classic album. I know some people have like mixed feelings about It Was Written, but I would love to do a review on Nas's um, discography eventually. So definitely will have to do that. Me and Mike and Ricardo, we did a review a couple weeks ago on It Was Written. Well, no, it was like a debate between Reasonable Doubt and It Was Written because they both came out the same year, same amount of tracks. And that was pretty fun. I'll post a link down in the description box if you guys want to check that out. But anyways, shout out to the Speaking Cloud family by the way too. Just had to throw that out there. So like I said before, he appeared on Black's Affirmative Action, which is pretty much like the first formation of the firm, and then a year later, the firm came out their debut, the subtitle album, the firm or the album in '97, that kind of thing. Another album that people have mixed reviews on, so I'll have to do a review on that eventually. Um, and then in 1998, he dropped this album right here. All right, so this album has two singles, one not being on the album. And I'll explain it in a second. The two singles are Hey AZ and What's the Deal. But What's the Deal is like really like the only single of the album. And the reason why Hey AZ wasn't on the album is because uh in the summer of '97, because that's when both songs came out that year. Summer of '97, Mariah Carey had a song called Honey, and Hey Z came out that same year in that same summer. They both sampled a song called "Hey DJ" by the world famous Supreme Team, and I don't know if because it was a label decision for AZ not to put that song out, just because it's Mariah Carey because she has more pull, and her being on Sony, Columbia Records, or sample clearances that kind of thing. I don't know, but and so, that song "Honey" was everywhere that year in '97. I mean, it's one of her biggest songs in her discography, in her career. So probably for obvious reasons, AZ decided to pull that song back and not put it on the album. This song was okay. It was not my favorite. I like Mariah Carey's version better. So that's just what it is. But it was a dope video that AZ had. But the What's the Deal was like a better single anyway. So yeah, so those are the singles. And let me show you what the album looks like. Pretty dope. Pieces of Man. I like the cover. Very introspective. Him thinking, pondering, pretty dope. Backlist is the track list. This time, he was when he was on when he did Do or Die, he was at EMI Records. He left there and went to New Tribe, which is a subsidiary to Virgin Records. I think the actual Scarface was on there. Gangstar from Moment of Truth was on that shit. And I think that same year, that's when that record label folded. So, which is unfortunate. But let me go through some of the tracks. Let me go through the producers of show you what the CD looks like. All right, that's what the CD looks like. Nothing to it. What it looks like, pretty cool. All right, open it up. See like a more mature AZ with the wardrobe, with the garments. You know what I mean? Open it up. Got the track listing, all that good stuff. Got the producers and all that good stuff. Then the back is what it looks like. Pretty cool. I like to thank you, the shout outs and all that good stuff. All right. I'll get down. I'm gonna go through the features and the producers. All right. So the producers Goldfinger and Gucci Jones. Um, L.E.S, Tone and Poke of Track Masters, or you could say Track Masters. Um, let's see who else. L.E.S, I got, as I mentioned before. Kenny Smooth, RZA, Nasheem Merrick, and Tony Dofat. Those are the producers of the album. All right, features. The only features on the album are Monifa, RZA. Let's see who else. It doesn't say, but I know like half a mil was actually featured on the song too, but it doesn't say on here. So I wrote it down in the notes, so I'll just write it right. I'll just mention it. All right, so now I get down. I'm gonna go do some of the tracks. Let me fix that real quick. All right, let's go through some of the tracks. Track one, New Life album intro, pretty dope. I love the beat. I love the use of the Nina Simone vocal sample. A lot of people use that before. Love that. Love the sample that it uses. Really dope. I think you got that from a movie or some shit like that. Pretty dope. There was a line where he said, and that was produced by Goldfinger and Gucci Jones. I don't know who they are, but they made some dope beats, man. I love the line where he says, "Fought to be king from hustling, supporting them fiends, busting guns. I had no remorse as a teen, rocking birthstones. My first get beat nurse the dome. It hurts the zone. Now I realize I'm on this earth alone." I fucking love that. Very dope. Very fitting for that sound, for that beat. Very dope, very dark and sinister, cinematic in a sense. Dope way to start the album. I love that joint. That was track one, New Life album intro. Very dope. Track two, I'm Known, one of my favorite tracks off the album. Another dope, like kind of dark, somber, smooth track. Very, very, very dope. Love that joint. Kind of sets the tone of the album in a sense. Another joint that was produced by Goldfinger and Gucci Jones. I love the line when he says, "Don't chasing in the race, niggas slow pacing. Temptation send a bitch to blow your face in. Plans rolling, handsome niggas hands golden. Sand chosen, pockets on my pants swollen." I love that. Another line I like when he said, "Rough life, stab wounds, cousin bites, is dice. I guess I was blessed to touch mics. Morris ties, more words spread across tribes. Who live, made for the system open your ride." Woo! Oh my god. That is fucking dope. Yeah, AZ, he killed that shit right there. That was dope. That was track two, I'm Known, one of my favorite tracks of the album. Um, Track three, How You Living, featuring Nas. Oh, that's another feature I forgot to mention. Nas, dope, dope. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, there's another dope feature that easily could have been a single too, especially around that time. That was produced by Trackmasters. No, I'm sorry, L.E.S. Excuse me, because that's not like something Trackmasters would have done around that time. But very very dope track. Love the back and forth between them two. You know, it's criminal that they never made an album together, but that would be dope, man. But if they were to ever make an album together nowadays, I would want like producer wise, I would like like Havoc, L.E.S, like the encore producers from Queensbridge. Nobody else, no Primo. I would add like Pete Rock to the equation, but yeah, but anybody else, nah. But it's just it has to be right, production wise. That's just me personally, but I like the line by Nas when he says, "Let me find out you want the lifestyle of mine, no power of mine, running with goons like knife wounds from jail time. Got the squad looking like tycoon, we all shine." I love that. AZ when he says, "Select features, sit back, connect the pieces, inject the thesis, spoke to my pops and left him speechless." I love that. Another line when he said, "Half Hispanic, hollow tips, massive damage. The path was great, it was granted. Loaded gas, blasted cannon, chipped up, lived by morals. Don't get it mixed up. This what? Millions strut with the Chris Cup, switched up, slow going, gold showing, dough flowing, eyes don't lie, hoes knowing, main attraction, lace love in the latest fashion, trained in macking, never rocky gators clashing. Woo! Yo, that's one thing about Az. With this album, he definitely stepped his pen game up. I think lyrically, like he's definitely stepped it up on his album, and that's a big thing I've noticed about that compared to the first album. I love the first album, but I've noticed like so far going into the album, he's definitely stepped his pen game up. It's like it just flows a lot more, flow. It just flows so natural, man. I mean, not to say the first album did it, but just the way he did it and like the beats that he used on this album is just like I'll get more into it, but you already know off rip, like he definitely stepped his game up a lot better. He's a lot more mature compared to the first album. So that was let me get a sip of my tea. Ah, that was How You Living featuring Nas, very dope. That easily could have been a single, especially around that time, man. That's like the Belly era too. So you already know niggas rocking the fucking like matter of fact, if you guys seen the movie Belly, that scene where he was at the barbershop and shit like that, he could have made a video out of that just off that song. That would have been dope, but what do I know, right? All right, so track four, Trading Places, that was produced by Track Masters. Um, with this song, I was not a fan of the beat, but the lyrics definitely made up for it. Which I wrote where he said, shock waves, I rock shades through the tropic haze, under palm trees, puffing loud for days, lava waves, cold chilling, old villain, no for building, sitting back, controlling millions. Woo! Killed that shit. That was fucking dope. I love that. That was track four. Trading Places, Menasia Interlude. All right. Track five. What's the deal? Um, what's the deal? That's this pretty much the single of the album, the main single of the album. Dope video too. Very, very, very dope track. At first, like when I first heard it, I didn't like the song because of the beat. But then, like as I got older, I started appreciating the music, the beats more, and it's actually a pretty dope joint. Like he really went in on that track, man. And of course, like I do, I wrote the lyrics. Um, it features Kenny Green. Like I said, it's not mentioned on the track listing, but I just found out, through the websites. I mean, through the online, check the features and stuff like that. Um, I like the line when he says, "Leave behind all these crabs and snakes. They're dead weight. Got a cabin upstate, somewhere to get ahead straight. Take a break from the routine, a new vibe, different way to try to do things. You're too live." Woo! He killed that. I love that. Just the way he says it. I mean, it sounds better obviously when he raps it, but yo, it's just so dope, man. Like just the way he's playing with words and the double entendres, fucking dope, man. Love that. I can see where Jay Z got his influence from. I don't care if nobody says, and I'm saying that right there. I don't care who gets mad. Or you Jehovah fans gonna get mad at me, but that's just what it is. Just listen to AZ's Do or Die, and then listen to Jay Z's Reasonable Doubt. Complete switch up. So, but whatever. That's near here or there. But AZ, whew, man. So that's track five. What's the deal? Love that joint. Um, Track six, Love Is Love. Um, that's produced by Goldfinger and Gucci Jones. It features half a mil nature of the firm, and half a mil being affiliated with that was pretty much AZ's artist, at the time. You know what I mean? Like that whole Quiet Money, Black Sopranos, and that kind of thing. Recipes of half a mil, man. Yo, he's definitely missed. Very, very underrated, man. His first album, Millions, is pretty dope. I'm trying to get his second album, the Hustle Don't Stop, but that's long out of print. It goes for a lot of money online, unfortunately. But that's neither here nor there. But I love the line by AZ when he says, "Imagine that a few years back, I was back in cracks, Magnum gas, playing street corners, committing savage acts, twisting up nothing but love for niggas sitting up." I love that. Half a mil when he says, "Keep us from simply unified, organizing. We all falling with." when we thinking, we all rising. We pop crossing the horizon and topless chicks with the trick rising and I'd rather be civilized and enterprising, improvising, temperature rising. Elohim gave me the guidance. I love that. Kill that shit. That was track six. Love is love. Nature did his thing, but I feel like Half a Million AZ had the best verses on that track. Love that joint. Track seven, the payback. One of my all-time favorite tracks of the album. Probably my favorite track of the album, but one of my favorites. Um, it samples the like a tattoo sample by Sade. Love that song in itself. Love the beat, just the way he flowed on that joint. I really, really enjoyed that. Another joint that could have been a single, especially around that time. But with the Sade sample, that's highly unlikely. You know what I mean? But another joint that was produced by Goldfinger and Gucci Jones. I mean, these dudes, I don't know who they are, but they're yeah, their production is dope. And I tried looking on Discogs to see if they had any more placements. I don't know who they are, but man, they made some dope fucking beats, man. I would love to hear more stuff from them. AZ work with them more, but it's like one of those things, right? The payback. I love the line when he says, "Broad daylight, y'all hustle fake, and don't play right. Holding shit with broken clips that spit, but don't spray right. Clothes, cars are nice, hard to remember, starving nights. Niggas starting fights. What's this? Knocks in the dogs, coke clogging pipes, starving wives, used to buy away at bargain price. Now we scar for life, clog is dissolving, slowly out of sight, all ill and navigating four wheeling, alcohol spilling, marinating on your killing." Woo! He killed that. Let me read that again. Singer said, "Broad daylight, y'all hustle fake and don't play right. Holding shit with broken clips that spit, but don't spray right. Clothes, cars, and nights hard to remember. Starving nights, niggas starting fights, knocks in the dark, coke clogging pipes. Starving wives used to buy weight at bargain price. Now we scar for life. Clogs is dissolving, slowly out of sight. All ill and navigating four wheeling, alcohol spilling, marinating your killing." Woo! He killed that, yo. When I heard that, I was like, yo, I had to write that down. That was fucking dope. AZ, the way he flows like water is just so dope, man. I love that. That's track seven, the payback. Another so we're gonna go to track eight just because that was produced by L.E.S. It kind of has like a party club vibe, for '98, but it's still dope. It's still a dope track. It's not corny. I like the line when he says, "It's high stakes going up against a street player. True type, got the paper handle, beef later, never too hype. Analyze from the next man. Once war, still alive in the next plan. Wanting more, out of time trying to get mine, stay in the cut. Cubans control the prices, keep raising them up." Woo! He killed that. I love that. I'm telling you, niggas talking that street shit, that hustling shit, man. Even on the party track, he's talking that shit, man. And yeah, man, AZ's that nigga, man. I love that dude, man. Um, Track nine, Sosa. That's what. Excuse me. That was produced by the Track Masters. Another dope joint. And I like the line where he says, "I roll dice trying to defrost from this cold life. Used to sell coke on the strip. Now I hold mics." Nigga, let me say that again. This nigga said, "I rolled dice through trying to defrost from this cold life. Used to sell coke on the strip. Now I hold mics." Think about that for a minute. Yo, AZ's that nigga, man. Whew. That was track nine, Sosa. Love that joint. Um, Track 10, It's a Boy Thing. That was produced by Track Masters. Another song I wasn't too crazy about. My opinion, like the weakest track of the album, personally, was not a fan. Yeah, I didn't really care for this song. I didn't write anything for it. I couldn't really listen. I mean, I listened to it, but it's not a song I go to like that. You know what I mean? So that's track 10. It's a Boy Thing. Nothing too much to it. Track 11, self-titled track, "Pieces of a Black Man." He has black in parentheses, but it's "Pieces of a Man," but he really wanted to say "Pieces of a Black Man." I don't think he could fit it in there. So, but also, I think he did that too. So, like, could be more marketable. So it's not like, oh, it's just for black people, that kind of thing. So, but I also think it's like, it's a room thing, but it's also like, a marketing thing too, because you want your music to be accessible. Excuse me, sorry. But track 11, Pieces of a Black Man, one of my favorite tracks of the album. Um, that's another joint that was produced by Track Masters, fucking dope. That's my favorite beat that they've done on this album so far. I like the line where he says, "Amongst the frozen hearted, some now betting, some departed, inhaling chocolate, tracing back to where it started. The crack wave 2 for 5, deuces and trays, Trey Max sprays, puffin line, truth and days." I love that. Let me say that again. He said, "Amongst the frozen hearted, some now bent, some now departed, inhaling chocolate, tracing back to where it started. The crack wave 2 for 5, deuces of trays, the max sprays, puffin line, truth and days." That's what I'm saying, man. Like his pen game definitely stepped. He definitely stepped up his pen game. I love that, man. Very, very dope. Um, Track 12, Last Days featuring Monifa. Another one of my favorite tracks. I love that joint. Another joint that could have been a single too. It uses the same sample. It samples the Your Body's Calling instrumental. Uses that. You know what I mean? But obviously different drums, that kind of thing. Pretty dope joint. Another that could have been a single, but for obvious reasons, being that it's an R. Kelly track, can't really use that. Um, that was produced by Kenny Carnegie and Daryl Young. Um, I like the line when it says, "It's war on the population. We're fighting blind. For sure, we need to stop the hate and enlighten minds. Many died from a tragic death in cold blood. But how can niggas lost and lack respect show love?" That's fucking deep. In that song, you pretty much talks about, you know, we as black people, we gotta stop killing each other. Just like love one another, just have each other back and stuff like that. But let me repeat that again. Very dope, and it's so relevant to today, where he says, "It's war on the population. We're fighting blind for sure. We need to stop the hate and enlighten minds. Many die from a tragic death in cold blood. But how can niggas lost or lack respect show love?" That's fucking deep right there. That's track 12, Last Days featuring Monifa. Very dope. Um, Track 13. Give me a second. Track 13, Whatever Happened, The Birth in parentheses featuring the RZA. Love that John. Like how dark that is. Very, very dope beat by the RZA. I love that joint. They both killed it lyrically. Um, it's like a really dark beat, but it's like smooth at the same time. They both had some dope both had some dope lines. I love the line when AZ said, "Whole weight used to rock kicks with no lace. Fuck a soulmate, low heart pace. Pulse at a slow rate, running rapid while others play it as if they captive. Brains is active, being subjected to this crap shit." Woo! Let me repeat that again. This nigga said, "Hold weight used to rock kicks with no lace. Fuck a soulmate, low heart pace. Pulse at a slow rate, running rapid while others play as if they captive. Brains is active. Brains is an active being subjected to this crap shit." AZ, man. Oh my god, that was dope. RZA, when he said, "Shatter your mental, split your being up like a lentil, disfigure your face like you recognize him by the dental. High left from raw heat, left in store meat, laid out on Broad Street." Let me repeat that again. This nigga says, "Shatter your mental, split your being up like a lentil, disfigure your face, you recognize him by the dental. Hot left from raw heat, left in store meat, laid out on Broad Street." RZA, my nigga, really? That's what I want to hear from you. Not this fucking Afro Samurai Kill Bill bullshit you be on right now. I want that RZA. I want that Wu Tang Forever. I want the Fangs back, man. I want that Gravediggers Resurrector RZA back. That's that Resurrector shit right there. Love that shit. But just more updated. So that was track 13, Whatever Happened, The Birth featuring RZA. Track 14, Trial of the Century. That was produced by Nasheem Merrick. Very dope track. Features Panama PI and Foxy Brown. I like the line by AZ when he says, "It's slow motion, dust in my clothes, started bolting, it's bizarre coping, my blood flowing like the Arctic Ocean, thoughts racing, hit the corner, slow pacing, North destination, up north, a nigga facing. Let me repeat that again. I think it said, it's slow motion, dust in my clothes, started boating, it's bizarre coping, my blood flowing like the Arctic Ocean, thoughts racing, hit the corner slow pacing, no destination, is up north and nigga facing. Retarded, my nigga. Woo! Yo, oh my god, man, I love that joint. Track 15, Bet You Don't Know, the last track of the album. That was produced by Tony Dofat of him being part of the Hitman at that time. I think around that time, like back in the early 90s. But I know he was like an in-house producer for Bad Boy Records. Um, I like the line. There's another dope track, dope way to end the album. Well, I'll explain that. I like the line when he says, "Having fun at the main event, toasting cups, quarter pieces, trying to get yours roasting up. Play the game if you got toys to match your word. You a vet, throw your net, niggas catching some birds." Repeat that again. Niggas said, "Having fun at the main event, toasting cups, quarter pieces, trying to get you roasting up. Play the game if you got toys to match your words. You a vet, throw your net, nigga catch some birds." Fucking love that shit right there. Dope, dope, dope song, man. Um, my only thing is, I would have put Charlie of the Century as the last track and have Bet You Don't Know as the song before it. And I think Charlie of the Century would have been a dope way to end the album, but that's just me personally. Um, Overall, great, great, great album. I love this album, man. I think lyrically, this is his best album. Lyrically, he definitely did his thing on this album, man. I really love this album a lot, man. You see a lot more mature AZ. He gets more into depth with the drug game. His coke raps is on an all-time high on this album. I just love the whole. I like the slow, dark paced production on this album, but you also got like the smooth joints too, but it's still street. You know what I mean? Even with track masters, because a lot of people hate on track masters, even myself included. Back in the day, but as I got older and I started making beats, I kind of appreciated the production a little bit more. Very dope album. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not sure if it was promoted well because again, another album that I don't really hear too many people talk about unless you're like a core AZ fan or like a hip hop head. You know what I mean? But yeah, but when it comes to AZ, unfortunately, they just talk about Do or Die, but they don't talk about this album. And hopefully, this review would kind of convince some people to check this album out, man. And I change that. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so very, very dope album. It is long out of print, but you get it for dirt cheap. You know what I mean? Again, another album. I think it was like the last time that was released on New Tribe Records. Because this is the same record label that Scarface was in. Well, I think he dropped a project on that album. On that, I know that Gangstar was on this record label, New Tribe, for Moment of Truth. I think Scarface had a project on this. Even though he was rapping a lot of records, but I think he had something on New Tribe. I'm not sure. Somebody on Rap a Lot had a project on New Tribe. Um, yeah, man, very very dope album. Like I said, the only songs I could have done without was Trading Places and It's a Boy Thing, but everything else, great great album. I really enjoy this, man. I highly recommend if you like AZ, like dope lyrics, coke raps, dope shit. I highly recommend it. 98 was definitely one of my favorite years of hip hop that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about because people are so, especially like the backpackers, they're like, oh, 97, the hip hop died. No, no, it didn't, nigga. Like, you're just not looking far enough, man. And I have to say this, man. I have to go on a little tangent. So, you guys know a couple of days ago, I did a review on this album right here, Do or Die, right? All right. So, this guy on Facebook was saying, like, how okay, mind you, I'm 32 years old. I'll be 33 in a couple weeks. So he's telling me like 25. Oh, this album came out 25 years ago, and you're now just releasing this. You're just now reviewing this album. Oh yeah, because for one, I was 8 years old in 1995, so there's no way I could review an album. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I'm 8 years old. I shouldn't be listening to this kind of music, but I was. It is what it is. It was on the radio. what can I say, right? 3, who else was reviewing albums like these? Nobody was doing this shit before me. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've been doing this shit since 2011. You guys know, all my supporters out there that know me, that's been following me since then. You guys know I've been reviewing albums that nobody been talking. And since then, there's been people like years later on has been reviewing albums like these and albums like this and Tells Your Hoodlum and MC8 and all the West Coast classic albums, even the underrated joints had never came that people don't really talk about. Nobody talks in depth like I do. I've been doing this shit since 2011. I've gotten better over the years. All right. So I don't know. Your argument holds no weight, my friend. Also, I had a dude that said that the album covers amateurs. Like, really? How's it amateurs? All right, for one, you got a picture of AZ. It's a memorial. Got the money. All right. Open this shit up. Fucking dope. You got the memorial right there. Got a dead AZ. And then you got AZ right there. So what this tells me that luxurious life that people love and want to emulate can get you killed. This is where you will end up. Do or die. Do or die. Either be in jail, 6 feet deep, and that's it. That's where you end up. So that's what I got from that. So amateurs, you don't know what you're talking about, sir. And that's it, folks. I had to go off a little tangent. Sorry for the rant, but I just had to say that kind of pissed me off. So, but that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. Definitely stay tuned for more. All right, peace.